Guys, it's Starlight Burst 98 again. So I wanted to do this deck profile, and it is a Drytron deck profile, obviously. So we are running the new support, like the Bright Light Urstron Alpha, and the Meteora Drytron, and the new 2, for example. But I'm just going to show you guys the deck, get straight on into it. We have 3 Alpha Thuban. Alpha Thuban is very, very good. So all of your Drytron monsters have the effect that they cannot be normal summoned or set. Uh, right. So basically, you tribute a Drytron monster or a ritual monster from your hand or field, special summon them, and they all get different effects. And Alpha Thuban would get you your ritual monsters, so your Cyber Angel Bentens, your Drytron ritual monsters. So very, very good. Additionally, all your Drytrons can activate this in the graveyard as well if you haven't activated it already. So that's why cards like Forbidden Droplet are good. So we have 3 copies of Zeta Aldiba. So this is so good because this is getting you into the spell, right? Your ritual spell. So very, very good. So tribute 1 Drytron from your hand or field, tribute 1 ritual monster from your hand or field. We have 3 new 2. New 2 is just so good. It's so good in this deck. Oh my god, you have no idea. So basically, when you activate either of this card's effect, you are ritual summon locked into special summoning light machine monsters. So that's why you can't run stuff like the Heralds or Magician of Black Chaos, for example. So there is a build where you can run that stuff, but it's just not this one. Honestly, you just take out the new 2 and the DA Dad, right? And you could run a lot more of the Herald stuff, but this is very, very good. It's very, very good because it gets you to that Drytron monster. Is very, very good because on the next turn following, if you control a Drytron monster, special summon it, but banish it when it leaves the field. So very, very good all around. No complaints with it. We mostly are only summoning light machine monsters that are rituals for the most part. So to round out the Drytron stuff, we have 1 DA Dad, Best Negate, Best Interruption, and then the new card, Ultimate Bright Light Urstron Alpha. So basically, when you have a Drytron monster, you can special summon this, and then you get 1 Drytron spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So that's very, very good to get you to the Nova, to the Meteora, the Fafnir. You just have so much stuff in here, dude, that you can search off this. It's insane. But the Draconids, the OG Draconids, very, very good. It's super, super easy to get out. Because sometimes it'll be either this one that we get out first or this one. But this one is not bad. I'll be real, but this one is obviously the better one, most powerful ritual monster in the game. So potentially you're looping this with Dynamundo, right? And IP Masquerena, so you're getting about like 3-4 negates out of this. So that's 2 interruptions just off this card, and IP Masquerena and the Dynamundo. So very, very good overall. And then when this leaves the field, right, you can special summon 1 ritual monster with 4,000 attack from your deck. It counts as a ritual summon, so then this effect will go off since it was ritual summoned. So very, very good overall. Ant. Alright, so last of the ritual stuff. So the Gamma. So Gamma is just really good to especially summon that extra Drytron monster from the grave. Very, very good overall. The Delta, it's very, very good. You really only do this once, so that's why you really only need 1. But you special summon this by tributing, then you reveal the ritual spell in hand, and then you draw 1 card. So very, very good overall. And then the Diviner of the Herald. Yeah, so in this build, you definitely want to be running 2 and not 3. 3 is definitely not the way unless you're running the Herald build. But I'll definitely do a video on that in the future. But yeah, 2 Diviner is just fine. No more, no less. Alright, so for the rest of the main ritual support, so we have 1 Cyber Angel Natasha, and then 3 Cyber Angel Benten. Benten's just so good in this deck. It's just, why wouldn't you run 3, right? But it's so disgusting to tribute this off with your Drytron monsters, right? Because once this is tributed, you get an Adalite Fairy to your hand, so add another Benten, right? Add a Natasha, add a Diviner. So very, very good, especially with the stuff we have on the side. So yeah, just so good, so good. You're not really getting into this a lot with the Meninus Drytron anymore because of the new 2-lock, but very, very good overall. And then the Natasha. Natasha's just so broken. Taking control of 1 of your opponent's monsters, just so busted. But you do have to have this in the graveyard preferably before this. So that's kind of like a prerequisite. So we have 3 Cyber Emergency. Card's so good. It's better in here than it is in Cyber Dragon. Yeah, you're just basically adding a light machine. Rest of our starters, Drytron Nova. Drytron Nova is just extremely good because when you just have one Drytron in the hand and you don't have anything to tribute, right? You can activate Drytron Nova, special summon a Drytron, and then you can tribute that Drytron and then activate that other Drytron monster that you tributed in the graveyard, and then tribute another Drytron monster and get its effect off. So it's just getting your combos and stuff going for the most part. So we got 2 of the field spell, Fafnir. Fafnir is just so good. It's just so good. And then the Meninus Drytron. So the Fafnir is basically getting you to a Drytron spell trap. Extremely good. And then the level modulation. Meninus Drytron. This is the card, along with your move beta Fafnir, that cheats and cheeses a lot of your ritual summoning. So basically you are not doing it by the level, you're doing it by the attack values. So for example, if you'll see Mewtwo has 2000, Alpha Thuban has 2000, they all have 2000 attack, right? So you get the point. So to get into our Draconids, it's going to be 2 monsters. To get into our DA Dad, it's going to be about 3, right? Because we want attack that matches or exceeds 5000. So most of the time we'll go for 3 because it equals 6. So very, very good. So you can only decrease the attack of one of your monsters and add this back to your hand once, but potentially you are ritual summoning 2 times with this. So very, very good overall. So 3 Forbidden Droplet. So good. It's so good. It's unfunny. Because a lot of our Drytron monsters can just activate in the graveyard and it doesn't matter and we still get their effects. And it's literally like the same, like it does not matter. Graveyard's like a second home for Drytron, but this is just so funny and it's so effective and it's so great, to be honest. I love it. 1 Pot of Prosperity. 1 Secret Village of the Spellcasters for the Spellcaster lock. And then 1 Terraforming. This is extremely good because sometimes we don't even see our links. We don't even see our links or our Xyz monsters or synchro monsters, right? So sometimes it's very good just to dig into the deck and just get what you need pretty much. And then Terraforming, and then Secret Village of the Spellcasters. It's pretty degenerate in my opinion. And then 3 Impermanents. Yeah, this is definitely the way to go. 3 Droplet, 3 Imperm, because I didn't want to run a lot of the cloggy stuff, like 16 non-engine kind of thing. So this is good, to be honest. And then last of the traps, Meteora Drytron. Meteora Drytron is extremely good, right? So you're adding back 2 Drytron monsters that are banished to your hand when a Drytron monster is banished. So that is extremely good, and additionally, this is why I'm not running a second ritual spell, is because this is acting like a ritual, right? Because it is ritual summoning for you, so it is putting in a lot of work, and it's a lot better than beta. So that's why I'm not running the beta, and that's why I'm not running like a second Delta or anything like that, because this just does so much for you, and I can just get so much recursion, add back the Mu Beta Fafnir, and just do it all over again. It's so hilarious. Alright, so we're going to get into the extra deck now, guys. So, 1 Relinquished Anima, 1 IP Masquerena. So this is very easy to make because a lot of monsters are level 1 pretty much. And then IP Masquerena is very critical in the combo to go into Dynamundo to cycle back our DA Dad to get us an additional 2 negates or 1 negate. So very, very good. Additionally, yeah, we'll get into it when we get to Dynamundo though. So SP Little Knight. Just very good generic removal in general. And then the Light Tremor. Very, very good. So I didn't want to run the World Chalice monster because it takes different attributes. It's just a little bit more trickier to make. I wanted something a little bit more generic to go into for the Spellcaster lock for the most part. But it does its job, to be honest. I just wanted a lot of generic stuff to go in for the field spell. Alright, so this is the important part. So the Dynamundo. Extremely good. It's extremely good because if you've already used your Ben 10s and you don't want to special summon the ritual monster from your grave, you can just put the ritual monster from your grave back into the deck, spin a card. So very, very good. But mostly what you're doing with this is that you're linking off your ritual monster with the IP Masquerena, going into Dynamundo. Dynamundo is going to bring back the ritual monster, and then you're going to get more negates because you have more Drytrons in grave. So it's just super broken. It's super busted, honestly. Alright, so for the Diviner of the Herald targets, we have one Herald of the Arclight and then one Elderly Incest. So this card is so good with Diviner of the Herald, right? Because it's getting you into a ritual monster or ritual spell when you send this off the extra deck. So very, very good overall. No complaints with it. Very, very good. And additionally, if they do negate the Diviner of the Herald, and you have 2 Drytrons on field, you can go into this, and this is still a negate. So very, very immaculate either way. And then the Elder Entity Intis is basically to send when we've already sent this to pop a card on our opponent's field. So very, very good. So for the rest of the Synchro monsters, FA Dawn Dragster, and then Ancient Fairy Dragon. So FA Dawn Dragster is just the best negate, and it just decreases its level by 2. Pretty basic. And then Ancient Fairy Dragon, you pop all the field spells, right, get 1,000 life points, and then you add another field spell. So that's how we're getting the Secret Village lot going for the most part. And it's actually pretty good to get into this with the Diviner, because it's really easy to make it level 6 or 7. But very, very good overall. Very pleased with it. Gonna get into some Xyz monsters now. So the Moo Beta Fafnir. So this card is so good because it's like a Foolish Burial for your Drytrons. So when you need different names of Drytrons in your grave, when this is Xyz summoned, you get to jump a Drytron monster from your deck to the graveyard. So that's very, very good. Very, very helpful. So basically this is how you're cheesing a lot of your rituals, right? Because you're detaching 2 materials, and this additionally to go into the DA, right? Or if you're going into the Draco Nids, you just be detaching 2 materials, right? And especially with stuff we have on the side like Herald of Perfection, right? We only need to detach 1 material when we use Manada's Drytron. So that's what breaks ritual summoning in this deck. To be honest, it's extremely easy to ritual summon any ritual monster in the game. We can ritual summon any monster that's a ritual monster. It's just so busted. But it allows this deck to go far beyond what other decks are capable of, because you could just run anything. It's just crazy. Slacker Magician, and then Fucho. So Fucho is really good to stall out games, and then Slacker Magician's a good negate, but most of the time we are just using it to go into the Zeus. And then Zeus, it's just so good. It's just so good. Oh my god. Moo Beta Fafnir, Slacker Magician, any of your Xyz, it just makes Zeus. It's insane. Yeah, let's see here. Gonna get into the side now. Potentially if you were feeling up to it, so Magician of Black Chaos, it's basically a skill drain for your opponent on your turn. So you're just tributing 1 monster, and then your opponent can activate monster effects. So it's extremely busted, and it basically allows you to go off as you want. So I thought it was perfect for certain matches. And then the Ancient and Ascended, very, very good for when people target us stuff. We can discard that, negate it, and we can resurrect this with Manada's Drytron from the grave when we tribute it with a Drytron, right? So we can special summon this, ritual summon this from the grave with Manada's Drytron, and then this is basically a negated special summon, right? This is basically like saw in a ritual form. And then the Imagination Draco Overlord, very, very good. So basically when you ritual summon this, and then it's your opponent's turn again, it goes battle phase, main phase 2. It skips their main phase 1 altogether. It's super hilarious. That's why I didn't want to run the Arcana Force stuff, is because this is basically doing that for you, because they can't really do anything. And since we can't really, or we don't utilize the normal summon effect all that much, so Vanity's Fiend, Vanity's Ruler, and then Majesty's Fiend. So all very, very good in their own way. They basically just help lock down the board for when we don't use that normal summon. Alright, so next we got 2 Eva. So this is extremely good. It's extremely good because of the Herald of Perfection. Herald of Perfection is so broken in this deck because you're just getting a lot of negates with it, and additionally with your DA Dad ritual monster, you are getting like 7+, 8+ negates. It's actually insane, especially with the Eva. So if you have the Herald of Perfection on your field, you discard Eva, you get 2 more fairies, right? Additionally, if you already have Benton in hand, so that's 2, 3 negates already. And especially with stuff like Herald of Orange Light, for example, right? They try to stop your Herald of Orange Light, It's just hilarious. Yeah. So mostly, if you're running a Herald build, you're mostly just running one or two of these because your Eva's doing a lot of work for you because you're getting a lot of fairies to hand when you're discarding this with the Diviner of the Herald. So that's very, very good overall, especially with the paired with the 1-for-1. We discard Eva, right? Get 2 more fairies on our main phase. So it's really how you want to do it. And then let's see here. The ritual spell for the Herald, Dawn of the Herald. This is very, very easy to search off the Zeta, so I didn't really mind running it. It was actually really convenient, and it's not really that hard as you would think, but super easy, and it's just a very, very good way to just get rid of a lot of stuff that your opponent's activating. Harpy's Feather Duster, just very good all around, to be honest. Yeah, so that's it for that. So, Dark Ruler no more. It's just so good, to be honest. Yeah. So Unicorn, Exosco Tucker, Selene. Selene's very good because we have a lot of generic spellcasters in the extra deck, so just very good choice in my opinion. Um, Unicorn, very, very good, and then Exosco Tucker is your main beat stick guy. But let me know what you guys think. I'll see you later.